Hi guys, we're back. Sensitive subjects. So this is gonna be sensitive subjects. Get ready with me while I get ready for work. Yeah, I have no list today. I'm just gonna say how I've been feeling, and I don't feel like I got enough viewers to care about what I'm putting on my face. If I get enough comments and people be like, "What is you doing?" I'll let you know. The main, and I don't even need to shout out these people anyway, because I don't know if they're like black people for it. But, so yeah, I just kind of been, I don't even want to say exhausted. I feel like exhausted is not the right word. And by the way, this is the clear glue that's on my head for the wig cap. It's drying. Do I suggest gluing down your syntheticas? Heck no. Okay? Heck no. This synthetica, she's still kind of drying a little bit because I put that silicone mix on there. One thing about me, I stick to the recipes. I stick to the recipes. So I'm gonna do a silicone mix. I'm gonna do, oh, my spritz not in here, but I'm gonna do the pink spritz and I'm gonna get into it. But I haven't done wigs in a minute, especially since I cut my hair. And I forgot that's how I grew my hair last time. So I did 2 layers of some, oh, it's right here. Oh, it fell. Super, that just pissed me off. It's literally everywhere. And y'all know this shit sticky as hell. But anyway, I did 2 layers of that. With that being said, I don't typically do 3. If you want that shit to stay and never come off, you can do how many ever. Like, I think you can be saying like 10. I don't know. But going past her videos is what's helped me remember, like, oh, you gotta do it. Do I do band for an hour? No. Because they be synthetic as hell. If it's something that I want to stay and last, then yeah, I would do all the steps because her steps work, even this little bitty step. And I don't even know if this be her. I think this be her and Arrogante with the whole like super thin. You gotta do some super thin light layers. And let all the layers dry down. So this isn't completely dried out because you still see a little bit of the white. But honestly, it's dried down a lot because it's very clear. So, yeah. And then, again, if you wanted to be super light, if you wanted to be super gone non-transparent, band for an hour, let's go be late. What she was saying? Hair gonna be hair tie, let's gonna be late, something like that. But yeah, if you wanted to look like that, for sure, EK's method gonna eat you down every time. She gonna get you together every time. Cause even this is just 2 layers and just a quick stick on. And you still don't see the lace. And if anybody asks me where any of the wigs and stuff is from, it's 100% any local beauty supply store that I fucking love. That I'm fucking eat down. I'm probably gonna let that part stay right there. Cause I don't care if it's the middle, if it's or whatever. It doesn't bother me. And yeah, you just kind of, if I wanted to, I could plug more of that, make it look super, super natural. We could do more of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could really get her all the way. But we're just going to work. So, that's what it is. But yeah, that's the hair. And again, if I really wanted to move the part, I would. But I kind of be liking this little offside part a little bit. I don't know. Y'all can tell me if it look grandma. Because sometimes I think it do look grandma. I'm normally a middle part girly. I've been a middle part girly forever. But this type of hair would still eat with a side part. And so, since I go to work, I'm going to put it up in like a little, and then it's going to be like that. But we're not going to do the final finishes because I need to be in my bathroom. So primer all dry. With that being said, I just came back from Atlanta. And I'm fucking exhausted. And again, it's not Atlanta that exhausted me. It's not none of that. I really just feel like with vlogging and doing all this type of stuff, it's honestly making me feel like I gotta be perfect to show up. Like, even now, like, my house is never clean. Let me be clear. Never ever clean. I'm 30. I need to learn how to do that shit, but I just haven't, and I just won't. So my house never clean, so it's like making sure it looks somewhat presentable for, like, right here. Like, I don't even know, y'all probably gonna see the rest. I still got balloons from my event, my plants in the back, all types of shit. I be trying to cut it off by doing this, but then I got fucking Cheetos and shit in the back. It's just a mess, and it's just like not showing up authentically as yourself. That shit could be exhausting, and y'all didn't even ask for that. Nobody asked me to be perfect. Nobody is in the comments like, bitch, fuck you. I mean, people do that, but that's normal. That's whatever. So when I went to Atlanta, I got my lips done. I got more lip filler. This side's a little higher than that side, but I kind of treat it like eyebrows. And actually, I feel like it evened out a bit. But this is my probably like third round of fillers. The first round I did a 0.5. And it was for like $300. Worst decision I ever made. I did it here. And when I say worst decision, I mean my lips was cute. But I did it here. And they be taxing in Denver for fillers. Because, you know, it'd be the white girl doing it for the white lady. So that's what they be on. Honey, go to Atlanta. And my lip filler girl is that bitch. I might gatekeep her. Like, she really that bitch. She runs specials. She'll still, you know, get you right. But she runs specials. On Fridays and like certain Tuesdays or whatever, you can get like a milliliter for like $155, $160. You can get 1.5. I think the special that I had with her when I first went to her 6 months ago, she was like doing a 2M for like $200. So I went, got a 2M done. Fucking love them. I love the swelling and everything. Now, granted, it was my second time, so I swelled up like a boss bitch. Like, what? I swelled up so bad. It was so crazy. Like, my coworkers, when I went back, was like, what the hell is going on? And mind you, this is after my BBL. So I'm just thinking, I think my coworkers were just like, this bitch is having an existential crisis. But no, I was just trying to be a bad bitch, like always. So, that was 6 months ago. And the filler was still filling. Like, she ate down. Like, I didn't have nothing, but I had a lot of migration to this side of my lip. So it was like all the filler went here. So when I went back this weekend, she like filled more. I didn't really even get more at the bottom, but she just filled up this side more. And I was getting nervous. I hear, I'm like, what do I do? Cause this side had blew up. And she was like, no, just keep massaging, whatever. So I massaged throughout the day, and I still feel it's a little higher, but it's honestly not that bad. And I'm honestly really happy with the results. And this time I just got a 1M. So for my touch up, I did a 1M. And some people do a 5 or whatever. But even through the 6 months, like, I really didn't have to go back. Like, she filled my shit up. She had me right. But with all that being said, I got my wigs. I just did the Atlanta fill up. You know what I'm saying? I did the Atlanta thing to do, which is get your shit right, do whatever. I spent like $600, $650 over there. Eating out with friends, doing shit, whatever, for a weekend. That shit irritate my soul. Cause I'm like, nigga, I could have went somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I love my friends, I love my mom, I love my family, I went and visit them. But I think that shit just kind of irritated me. Like, I was ready to go. I'm like, I spent so much money, and I'm not even the money girl. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'll blow a bag. But the blow bag in Atlanta is just so lame to me. Because, like, nigga, I just left this bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I literally could have spent a weekend somewhere. Did, like, a little cute little day trip somewhere. North Carolina, wherever. Like, I could have did something. I do normally like to put a highlighter right here. But I don't because I sweat so much. I don't know why. I don't know how I'm made like that. But I sweat so much right here. So I like to just put like I'll do a light, I'm doing two different, what's that shit called? 2 different powders. I do 2 different powders, so I'll just do the light powder under here just to make it, you know what I'm saying, make it eat down. But yeah. So yeah, so I was just pissed off about that. I'm like, bro, I really spent $600 to be in a place that I've been for 20 years. That shit was annoying. So I left, came back here, excited to be back home. I'm starting to really love Denver on some weird shit. Like, I'm starting to really grow roots here and really feel like I'm supposed to be here. And this is year 2, so I did a full year in November. So December, January, February, March. So I'm about to be a year and a half here. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Am I still always ready to go? Hell yeah. Because the places that I want to go after this are still very exciting. DC, Chicago, whatever. But for people who are, and this is only for extroverts. I can't speak to introverts because I don't know what y'all be looking for. I don't know what y'all thing is. But for people who like love being around people and like get energy from other people and all that type of stuff, it takes a year or a year and a half to grow roots somewhere. It genuinely does. It takes a while to grow roots. So anytime you move somewhere, there you are. That's the famous saying. Everywhere you go, there you are type shit. And honestly, that's what it is. It's like, I think people be wanting to, let me get my setting spray. I think people be wanting to go somewhere and fit in immediately. And it's like, bro, it takes a year for your body, for people, for whatever, to adjust to like you doing some new stuff. So it's been my year and a half, and I'm really, really excited. I really feel like I'm adjusting. I like it. I like the people here. But yeah, and it's so funny because dating, it's still cool. You know what I'm saying? I be on the apps. I still do all the things that everybody do that I was doing in Atlanta, honestly. And it's so funny. Every nigga that I be meeting today here, them niggas be literally either from Atlanta or just came from living from Atlanta. Like, dead ass, I attracted every Atlanta nigga that live in Denver. They be at my house. I promise you. Like, I know that sound crazy, but I promise you, I know them niggas. Like, we done locked in on some shit. And that's, honestly, that's part of the reason why Deontay Kyle, you know, we dub him the only man that's allowed to have a microphone. But he was talking about community and just like making sure we have community with each other. Stop always only looking at each other as romantic partners and start looking at each other as, you know, valuable people and all these things. And it's so funny because since I'm out here, you know, by myself from Atlanta, and them niggas be out here by themselves wanting to start anew, do something different. When we don't work out, when we decide that we don't want to be boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you know, my typical move is to always cut a nigga off. And lately, after I heard Deontay saying that, but even during, like, I've just been noticing, like, that haven't been feeling right for real. Like, that really haven't been sitting right with me because we really don't have no, you know what I'm saying? And it be so weird because the Atlanta niggas that I meet, we be clicking. And we just be clicking off the strength of, like, being from the same, it don't even be clicking like, oh, we like each other. We be literally clicking off the fact that, like, we from the same town, or, and especially me, like, I'm from Henry County. So being from Henry County is different. It's like, it's not Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Not only is it not Atlanta, but it's like the suburbs. So only a few people really know and understand where I'm from and like the shit that I be on and like why I act the way I act. Like Henry County, I like to like, and nothing could be like this place. I'm not saying we like y'all, but I like to reference it or liken it to like a fake PG County or a wannabe PG County, where basically, because we don't have as much money, but it's basically like an area where black middle class families came from the north or whatever and felt safe and just settled and bought big ass fucking houses. And so all of my friends grew up first generation of middle class. Not, I won't even say first generation of wealth, whatever, but a lot of us were first generation wealth where our moms just was like, fuck that shit. We get into the bag. And so they did whatever they had to do to get to the bag, whether that was become nurses or own their own businesses or whatever the case may be. They did that shit, and in doing so, they put us in these beautiful homes, beautiful cars, whatever, but we all just happen to be black. So when I say I'm from the suburbs, I be like, bitch, I'm from the suburbs, I'm not whitewashed. And that's the beauty of where I'm from. And so when you meet people who kind of understand that, because it's hard to talk about, it's kind of hard to put in people's words, because a lot of people associate blackness with poverty, which is crazy. And I literally made a TikTok. I didn't drop it yet, but I made a TikTok. It was like, bitch, I said I'm black, not poor. Like, it's like that. It's like, bitch, first of all, we all come from poverty because our moms finally just decided to pack up and stop doing that bullshit. And when I say bullshit, I mean following whatever generational curses, whatever. However, they didn't want us on that bullshit, so they kept us away from like lower middle class things and lower middle class whatever. And for men in those circumstances, I think it was weird for them. I don't want to wear that. That's pissing me off. For men in those circumstances, I think it was weird because a lot of them still chase the poverty life. And I say that because they all still wanted to dabble in, you know, dealing nicks and dimes and all types of bullshit. Which I think men do, period. Like, I don't know about other communities or anything like that. I just know in my community, a lot of our moms have worked so hard to get us away from that shit. And a lot of the boys still gravitated to that shit. Which, to be honest, is because a lot of the girls was dating hood niggas that wasn't in our town or wasn't from our town. So niggas was like, oh, this what these bitches like. Okay, we on that. So it was just this weird, like, unhealthy cycle of, like, men trying to be masculine and cool. And I wrote a paper on that at the end of my undergrad. Just talking about, like, the intersectionality, of course, of like black men and black women dating and like how we interact with each other, but also why some, not all, black women are attracted to what they're attracted to. I ran across a whole bunch of TikToks, and even me and my friend was talking about it, where a lot of women were talking about how they want a reformed hood nigga now. They want a nigga who been in them streets, know how to move in them streets, all that type of shit, but they changed their life and decided to go corporate and all that type of stuff. And as I was watching the video, I'm watching a reformed hood bitch talk about it, who obviously, you know, is in a nice apartment, nice house, and it clicked. It dawned on me. I looked at my friend and said, oh, we want that because that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not from the hood, but my mom being first generation from there, my dad's still doing the shit he be doing as a hood nigga. We, as black women, still have remnants of the hood, of poverty. We didn't disassociate from that. So we know how to code switch and we know what blackness is. We didn't hide from our blackness. But at the same time, we know how to go and get that corporate job, get that pre-law degree, go crazy and do our thing. And that's why we want that so bad, because we've had that already. I know Jackie Hill Perry, I remember when she was talking about giving her life to Christ, when she stopped, you know, living the life she was living. And she was just like, I didn't want no square ass nigga. I didn't want no square ass nigga who gave his life to Christ. I wanted a hood nigga who just found Jesus. Like, you hear this all the time in these spaces, and it's not because we just glorify hood niggas or hood shit. It's because as black women, we were able to do that shit. But a lot of men, we notice, that date outside their race, which you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. There are whitewashed black women out there, but what I noticed is a lot of times when black men date outside their race is because they've honestly disassociated from their culture. And so that white woman is a representation of like, yeah, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Whereas black women didn't do that. So if I didn't explain that well, y'all can let me know. But I just kind of been thinking about that a lot lately. Like, why do black women keep saying that? Why we keep saying that? And it's because we want what we've seen ourselves do. We want somebody who knows our struggle and our plight to financial gains without feeling like, oh, this nigga, he don't get it because he a square. He don't get it because not only is he not a reformed hood nigga, whatever, none of that. It's literally he don't get it because the nigga just, like, you can meet a corporate America black man and notice that, like, this nigga is not, he's trying so hard to be away from black culture. He's hiding the fact that he put his waves on, he put his do-rag on at night for them waves. Like, he acting like he just woke up like that because he don't want to have to explain to white people and their culture why the fuck he wear a nightcap at the end of the night. Like, it just be little weird shit like that it's just like, black women, I don't want to have to dig through you, because it's also sometimes a form of self-hate. It's like, did you hate growing up the way we grew up? Do you hate these things so you rather identify with the whites? But whatever the case may be, I think that's the funnest part. And I think, again, going back to being so exhausted and like learning how to show up authentically, I think they talk a lot about code switching and all that type of stuff in corporate America and like how black people do it and how you don't get to know your coworkers and you stand off. And I'm down with that. I just think a lot of black people don't last in corporate America or don't last in certain places because of that. Like, we don't last because that shit is exhausting. Like, I literally just decorated my cubicle last week, a couple weeks ago, whatever, with just like black shit. Like, those pans in the bag. Shit like that. All over my cubicle full of white people. And even let's be clear, there's some African women that I work with, and even they were kind of looking like, okay, cause it's a clear declaration and I'm not coming to play with y'all folks. I don't care. I'm not doing it. But I think even for some black people, that's kind of like, oh, you doing a lot, you doing too much in this office for these people. Like, they don't need to see who the real you is, but I need to see who the real me is when I go to work every day, because I am a clear representation a very clear representation of what it means to be me in that office. And again, I'm talking about being a black American. Like I said, the African women that they hired after me are amazing, but the black American woman that they hired there, she left within a week, maybe two. Shawty didn't make it a month because she didn't see herself. Luckily, she had me, but then they moved her and she got the hell on. And again, I'm guessing, right? Like, she ended up finding a better opportunity, all that type of stuff. But she from when she walked in that bitch, she said, hell no. Black American women don't play that fucking game. Like, they don't play that corporate bullshit that I'll do whatever to you. Cause you knew, and that, you know, that hazing that gets done in these spaces. So yeah. So I'm just exhausted from coming back from Atlanta. Haven't made a video in a while because I just kind of, I want to show up as authentically myself, but it's hard to do that on this platform. And I'm saying that like it's not like nobody telling me not to. Again. And it's not like I have enough people who will say to do that way or not. I'm just in my head about it. So we'll see. We'll see. Like, you could pluck the rest of this, have this looking like real deal baby hair, have it looking real nice and scrumptious. Like, you could really eat down with this whole thing. And I do have time. I might do it when I get off camera. But thank you guys. Sensitive subjects. And this is kind of what I wanted it to be anyway. Just like a free form talking. But again, I don't know if this shit is boring. I'm so mad. Y'all see what I'm doing? I don't know if y'all can see what I'm doing on camera. But nigga, don't fucking play on my top.